Yeah, yeah. Hello, Steve. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for asking. All right. So, just a reminder about confidentiality. Everything that we discuss will be between you and I, unless I feel like you have put yourself or someone else may be put into danger. Then I will speak with someone else. My supervisor may look at my notes a little bit, glance over that, but other than that, everything that we discuss will be between you and I, unless otherwise notified. Okay. All right. So, what are some things that you have learned during your anger management sessions thus far?
I've learned how to control my temper and how in certain social situations how to handle those. So instead of having an outburst of anger, I would stay calm and just discuss, civilize.
Okay. So, do you feel like you have more of an understanding of what anger management is now?
Yes.
You do? All right. And so, how is your meditation? I know I gave you a resource on that. How have you been doing with those sessions, those classes?
It was okay. Um, the breathing technique, helps in the moment, but when I go to the meditation classes, it's not really helpful.
If I'm hearing you correctly, you feel like you're not really benefiting from the meditation
Yeah.
classes? Okay, well, I'm just going to take note of that. And I'm going to look and see if there are some other resources that may be more befitting for you.
Okay.
I want you to have something that you benefit from and not just doing those actions.
Okay.
All right. So, what people have given you special understanding, support, and guidance?
My wife, she's always been supportive of what I do and what I learn. She's always been there for me.
Okay. So, besides your wife, what organizations, associations, or groups have been especially helpful to you in the past?
Well, the anger management groups have been really helpful lately. Um, it's always good to have someone who's going through the same thing to support you.
Okay. So, what moments or incidents in your life have given you special understanding, resilience, or guidance? And this is not only just right now in the moment, we can do the journey of life.
Well, at work, when I lost my job, that was an aha moment. Like, I need to get my anger under control. And certain people would avoid talking to me because they would think that I would just get mad at them and tell them what to do and stuff, because that's how I acted. So there were several warnings from my boss as well that showed that I needed to get my act together. So, and I just wasn't listening at the moment. So.
Can you think of any incidents during your childhood that maybe you didn't quite understand then, but now in hindsight, which is self-reflecting, looking back in the past, that you could think maybe you had show signs of anger management during your childhood to early adulthood as well?
Maybe. Sometimes the teacher would get on to me for picking on other kids and so maybe being a bully at the time. But other than that, I wouldn't say was a major problem back then.
Okay, so do you feel like the problem progressed as you got older?
Yeah, it could have.
It could have. Okay. So, excuse me, I have a cold I'm getting over. But how have you managed to survive or thrive thus far, given all the challenges that you've had to contend with?
Well, I've been trying to keep busy, doing chores around the house, such as mowing, taking the trash out, driving my kid to where he needs to go for his activities, and gives us a little quality time to talk.
Okay. Now, you discussed with me before you had a slight issue with the change of roles in the household now that you're not working. Do you feel like what you just previously stated, mowing the lawn and stuff, did that help you with that as well? Am I understanding you correctly as well?
Yeah.
Wanted to know.
When I was just going to work, I thought, cleaning was all the women's jobs. But now that I'm at home and these things need to get done, I felt better doing them the more I've done it.
I just wanted to make sure I understood you you and your perspective.
Mhm.
And I know you mentioned that before about the transition that you had, an awkward transition with changing the roles in the household. So I wanted to make sure we address that as well. So thank you for telling me that. Okay, so what are some fantasies and dreams that have given you special hope and guidance?
I want to eventually become a CEO one day. Losing my job was sort of a setback, but I think that once I get a job and I can move up to a higher position, and maybe controlling my anger can help me move up to a higher position to one day I can be a CEO of a company.
Okay. So we discussed previously about you having a job search. Now I know you've been referred to things such as Goodwill Career Center, other resources. How has that been going for you right now?
It's been going good. They've been helping me update my resume and give me some pointers on interviews, such as like if they ask me what happened with my last job, how to handle that situation. So that way they won't not hire me because I might have anger issues and stuff like that.
Okay. So let's talk about just Steve for a little bit right now. Like I've asked you about your fantasies and dreams. So what now do you want out of life? You mentioned the CEO, so I know that from a work perspective, if I heard you correctly. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so what are some things that you want out of life now?
I want to spend more quality time with my family. I want to have better relationships with my wife and my kid. And I think that if we go out and do more fun stuff, and enjoy the moment, maybe I won't get so angry over the little things that can bug me.
Okay. So you mentioning you can maintain things, make sure that it's not little things that bug you, learning different tactics. I would want to ask you, what have you learned about yourself, or what have you learned about how others view you now that you, if I heard you correctly, you're identifying the differences between tactics that you learn now and then tactics that you may not have done before.
Right.
So I'll reiterate the question. What have you learned about yourself, or what have you learned about how others view you now that you know the difference between tactics and responses?
I think that previously when I was working, I may have been intimidating or maybe controlling of how I wanted things done, and possibly just being, I don't know, like an alpha, and I want things done my way, and I think it could have come off really, really wrong.
Alright. So as you take a moment and reflect on all the group sessions, what are some of the most significant and or memorable moments for you?
In the group sessions, you said?
Yes.
There was this one moment where I didn't agree with a group member, and instead of getting angry and having an outburst in the middle of the session, I unconsciously just sat there and listened to his point of view, and we just had a normal civilized debate about our different points of views.
So if I heard you correctly, the tactics that you learned during the anger management sessions helped you to speak with someone, have a conversation without yelling. So you had more of a respectable debate,
Yeah.
so to say.
Yeah.
In my understanding, I don't want to put words in your mouth. I want to make sure I just understand
Yeah.
what you're saying. Okay. So the most meaningful moment that, well, during our time right now that we've had as social worker and client, what is a meaningful moment for you?
Well, I've always felt that I can just be open with you and just have a normal conversation and tell you how I feel about certain things, and you're there listening instead of judging me.
Okay, well, I'm glad that you felt confident enough to be able to open up to me and express those thoughts and emotions and vent to me. That's why I like to reiterate on confidentiality every time, because I want my clients to know and understand and remember that there is that level of respect there for confidentiality, and that you can do those things with me because it's my job to give you, to help you find the resources and benefits that you deserve to have. So, how do you feel about yourself now? How does Steve feel?
I think I've made some good progress. I feel better about myself. I think that I can control my anger better, and if I were to go back to work, that I think I would be able to control it and not get angry at my employees and situations like that. So I think I've made pretty good progress throughout these sessions and with my group sessions.
Okay, so when you go on a job interview, do you feel like you can easily use these tactics when you go on an interview, and if you were to maintain a job again, that you will be able to do that as well? Do you feel confident within yourself about managing your anger management in a work field environment?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so is there anything that you have not said that you might regret leaving unsaid, or are there any thoughts or reflections that you would like to share before our meeting is over?
No, I think I'm pretty good.
Good. All right. Well, I would like to schedule another appointment. Would 2 weeks be fine with you?
Yes.
On the same day?
Yes.
This day? Okay. So, 3 o'clock is still good, or a different time frame?
No, 3 o'clock is good.
3 o'clock is good. Well, all right. I'll see you in 2 weeks at 3 o'clock, and I hope you have a great day.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's good seeing you.
You too.
Have a good one.